Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? What have we done here? Yo, what's up, people? Sorry about this. This is the first mishap I've had with the old mic. There we go. And there we go. Yo, what's up, people? Sorry about that. A little bit of a mishap. I should have done that before I got online, I suppose. Just a update on Christine. She's just been moved into a short stay room. She's just having a drip at the moment. So hopefully everything's good. She seems to be okay. We'll see what happens though. We're just waiting on some tests to come back to see what's happening with her. The rain's cleared up, so that's a bit better. Hello, Pearl. How are you going? And let's just hope and pray that it's nothing too serious and things are good. We've got to be optimistic in these parts of the world. Hello, my love. Lovely to see you. I just received your message just as I went online. Hopefully you come home tonight and we can rest up and get back into it tomorrow. Get you back into work straight away as quick as possible. No, just joking, baby. So just hoping that we can move forward from here and get things going and get back on track. Cause, I suppose I'm a bit off whack because we were meant to be doing things and I've been a bit bloody lonely, I suppose, sitting here waiting, wondering what's happening. And the boys are downstairs bloody watching a movie and playing games and stuff, and so at least they're having a bit of fun. I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs, wondering what to do. I've been looking at my little successful man book, but I need to see what's happening first because I have just applied to do something with a business name, so I'll see what happens there. I've just got to pray that I can push it through and get approved for the business name and that I can be a director of it, I suppose. And if that doesn't happen, then I'll find a way. We'll figure it out and get something going so that we can start moving forward and getting something happening in this space, because I'm an impatient sort of person. I was going to wait till March and try to wait until then, but what's the point? May as well, if you got the opportunity and you can try and figure something out, just do it. And like as we just seen with Ash just before, if anyone was watching, poor bugger's just had the old mate up and left him with the campsite, and now he's got to try and find some work, and things just happen in life, and can't always be full on 100% happy and positive and all that sort of stuff, but you can have hope and stay grounded, like he was saying. Know that where you came from was worse than where you can, if anything happens, not in the worst of positions in the world to be able to do something with what he's got already. So that's like he's being positive, which is great, and that's what we need to do when we have a situation that falls in our lap without knowledge of that it's going to happen. Optimism's always good, and looking for when all the stuff was happening before, I seen a huge rainbow, and then there was a faded little rainbow just next to it, and that's all. That's got to be a good sign from somewhere. 2 pots of gold somewhere for people. So yeah, we still waiting on Christine to get home so we can give this great news that we've got. And we just want to do great things with people, help them out. I'd like to see this being spread around a bit more so we have a few more comments, because at the moment, what me and Christine are going to do, nearly everyone's going to probably get a prize, no doubt, to be honest. So we need people to get around and share the thing and get it out there, to tell people to get onto my page, go to the pinned post, make a nomination and get that happening so that we can gift people through this Christmas period. And that's what we want to do. Hello, little man.
Hi.
How you going?
Oh. Hi again, Marcus.
Look at you and your memory. Yes, it is Marcus. Marcus has been a very engaging gentleman on Dad's page. Yeah.
What kind of brand is my bed?
I don't know, Sleepmaker or something. Why?
Yes, mine's also a Sleepmaker. Wait, yours is Sealy Posturepedic, right?
Yes, yeah, probably. I don't know. It's a bed, mate. It's a bed. Gosh, questions boys ask. He's making an advert, no doubt. A little bugger. Yeah, so hopefully Christine will find out soon what's happening and she can come home to me and we can have a restful evening, or we can push through and get pays done. One or the other, depends on how she's feeling, I suppose. I won't force her to do things. But yeah, we'll get through this. G'day Marcus, mate, how you doing? And we will help people through hard times. That's what we're going to definitely be doing with our space. I'm very keen to get something happening, and yeah, like I said, it's the biggest and hardest thing is this ankle bracelet. It's hey Sean, how you going, mate? He is 1 in a million, mate. How many kids do you know that come out and ask what sort of bed he's got so he can probably sit in there and make a bloody advert about it? He's probably going to sell it on me. Like, I come home one time and I literally had price tags on everything in my house. He had his own little shop going, he thought. Bloody cheap too, little mongrel. Giveaways nearly. But that's what he does. He's a little businessman. Just sadly, it's all mine and Christine's things that he wants to sell. Yeah, but no, he's a good kid. The other two are good boys. They're just down there watching some sort of movie, I think. I'm not too sure. Actually, I think they're back up here now. I just heard one of them go to the bathroom. So they were lucky because of what happened this evening. I had a bit of a lazy moment and got them some McDonald's. And yes, they did like that. But I keep forgetting to get their bloody McFlurries and stuff. Each time they've asked for them lately, I forgot to get them. I'll get too enticed on trying to get what they want for dinner and then I forget about the freaking stupid McFlurries. If I had it, would it be fucking ice cream still, mate? But if I had it, would it be ice cream? No, would it be a bloody milkshake? So no, I haven't got it. And it's very cold and I don't think we need ice cream at this time of night. Yeah, so I'm the bad man because I forgot to buy bloody ice cream again. You'll get over it. Yeah, so get that message around people, but they have to get onto my yeah, we will. Yeah, but exactly, mate. Definitely on Marketplace. Yeah, get that around to let people know that they've got to go onto my actual page and go onto the original post and get it out there, because like me and Christina have got something that we're going to let everyone know, and it's a big thing, and we want to make it worthwhile, and we want to get it out there and get a few people in so that we've got an opportunity to help somebody who's desperately in need of some help over this Christmas period. Like it's I had a bit of a chat with Marcus earlier, and I just like listening to what people have to say and their opinions and what they think about things and that sort of stuff. And I believe everyone deserves something, but I do want to run it like a bit of a competition, and I need to see people be sincere and not just, I just want to nominate this person because they're having a bit of a hard time. If it's that intense of a story, mate, I don't mind if you message me, and just make sure you nominate them and say left PM, and I'll know exactly what you mean, and then that way I can have a look and have a think about what we need to do with that situation and how we handle it and what we can do to help somebody, because I'd love to help everyone in the world, but we're not that bloody rich. It'd be nice if we were and we could just go, all right, everyone who gets on here likes, shares and bloody does a follow or whatever, we'll gift them bloody $200 or something, but we can't do that because we're not quite that rich yet. We probably do a few 200s, but it's not really going to help any because it doesn't get us to the position where we can do bigger things for people. And that's, we've got big things that I want to do. And I'm open to any ideas if anyone has anything that they want to add to. So like even with me, what do you want to hear from me? I'm getting to that point where I've told a fair bit of what's happened through my life, and I like having a chat and everything, but I think I'm just on here today because I've got a few things going on, and it's just easier to just sit here and talk, I suppose. At least it's getting out, and I don't have to stress about it later, I suppose. But I've had a few mates that have had issues. One of my mates was in hospital the other day because he had a bit of a heart problem. Made me a bit worried. It's a bit shit what happens in the world. We all have things going on, and I'd love to see other people in this world help people a bit more, I suppose. But that's not how everyone thinks, and sadly, it's not how the world works either. So if we can, got to get this going basically. And as we see, anything can happen at any time. Like Christine was at work, I was out doing a great thing, and by the time I'd had the opportunity to get home and get something through the blue strawberry Wayne generously donated to us, by the time I'd done that and got home, Christine was leaving again to go to the hospital. So it wasn't exactly the greatest of afternoons for us, and like I said, we're still waiting on potential results of what could possibly be. So the best things that I've had that have happened to me since being off drugs is definitely the time I've learnt to grow new memories and have time where I've been a part of something that makes me feel whole. With the drugs, I never actually had that feeling. I felt a part of something, but it was a selfish part, and it gave me a huge ego on drugs and that, because I was needed for the wrong purposes and the wrong reasons. But it actually gave me a reason to get up each day and make money. And at the same time, I was a nice person. I gave things to people. I looked after bloody kids and all that sort of stuff for them. Gave them shit so that their kids were looked after. But then being off the drugs now, it's having the skills that I've had to be who I am now and learn. I'm learning who I am now. Basically, we try to build from a person that we think we was or that we wanted to be, but I've never known. I've always been on drugs. So to be here now with a loving partner, 6 children around us, one's on the mainland, of course, but having all that and the opportunity to run a company, like yeah, it's like I never thought any of this was possible. So these are all my best moments these past 6 years. It's been an amazing journey. I've done so many different things in this 6-year period. I got my licence back. I lost my licence. I crashed a car. And I've done heaps of things. I've done so much stuff in the past 6 years. But it's all led me to here. Everything's led me to this spot. And Christine's my most precious treasure out of all this, and Gray. Gray's one of my treasures, and the kids. Gray was a blessing. He definitely, no matter what, even when I used to drink a lot before I got with Christine and I had Gray, I used to live in a house where we drank every day, every night, and by the time every fortnight when I had Gray, I would not have one drop of alcohol, and I would ask my friends if they would decline from having too much alcohol at the house, and they respected it. So I had that much in me to be able to not do something because I had something that was more important and more precious to me than alcohol, and that's what's happened since being with Christine. I haven't drank a lot, and as excessive as I used to. When we do go out and have a drink, we have quite a few, enjoy cocktails over a long period of time. And, it's a good night generally. So it's not like it was before. Definitely no. But, these are definitely the best. All these are the best reasons in life that I've got. So thank you, my love. Well, as you've seen, I always try to face whatever's going on. I can be a dick, and I try to acknowledge when I'm a dick, because as we can see, I polish up all right, so I can be a bit of a knob end. But I'm always trying to be better for you, and it's it's different. It is different. I've never had to sit with myself so much and think about what I've done and who I am. Yes, little man.
Can I change my thing to something?
If you want to change your name, go for it.
I'm trying, but I don't know how to.
So you edit profile, you go to Hooven and Gray, and what do you want to change it to?
I want to change it to 6'7". And
Master of the number verse.
Master of the 6'7".
Just what about Master of the 6'7"?
No, we should do no spaces. Or maybe we should do...
Oh, mate.
Ninja Grey 6'7".
Okay. All right, Ninja Grey 6'7".
Ninja Grey 6'7".
Sorry about that, people.
Ninja Grey 6'7".
As they say, you shouldn't work with animals or children when you're filming, because they can do anything at any time. But we work with it, we deal with it, and luckily I'm just on here having fun. It's not about anything. It's just me sitting here, being bored, and grateful that I have you people out here and enjoying the conversations that I bring to the table. And thank you, Jennifer, that question. It was very great. I know he's funny, mate. It's a bit horrendous sometimes. He's like Dad. He thinks he's pretty hilarious, and he tries to be funny. He does try to be like me, and that's a problem. I'm a big influence, which is good though. So, yeah. What else can we talk about? So I reckon. How about we go to when I was in my mid-20s, I reckon it would have been. That's where I started getting pretty hectic. I moved from Hobart to Melbourne. I thought I'll get away from Hobart because I thought it was my downfall. And I left Hobart with enough money for an airfare, and I had $50 in my pocket when I landed in Melbourne. When I got to Melbourne, I walked around and asked a few questions in a few places, found out the best place to go to get a bit of assistance was St Kilda. So I ventured over into St Kilda. I found a place where they could help me with some accommodation money. So I found a place in the city. It was a pretty dungy little hellhole. There was, I think, when I moved in there was a dude on the methadone and all that sort of stuff, and he was a lovely bloke. And you know, all that was there was a bloody microwave, no cooking facilities, a bed, a toilet, and a bathroom. And by the time I found the place, and I was able to actually get in that night. So that was pretty cool. I managed to get that accommodation, so $50 to my name. I managed to get accommodation, a bit of food for myself to last me until payday. And then I went, within the first week of being there, as I do, I run a resume. I get bloody dressed up, chuck a shirt and a bloody suit pants on, and I get out and pound the pavement with my little feet, resume, and looking as good as I can. And generally will guarantee a job within a week. Most of the time when I've set out and said I'm going to get a job within one day, I will generally have a job that afternoon. If I don't start that afternoon, it'll be in the next 2 days or so. I was at that little place for a little while. I started getting real good friends with the little neighbour dude with the methadone. Started getting on the weed, smoking a bit of weed with him, and that's what, you know, how it goes, a bit of weed, a bit of whatever else. So I think I was there for a little bit. I ended up getting my second job. I was able to, because all my jobs were cash in hand, I was able to find a halfway house through a government facility. I was on a waiting list, so I had to wait like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or something before I could get in there. And I got in there, and it worked out well because it was nice and cheap, and I was working and doing all the right things. But then I had time off, and it was a halfway house, and they were colourful people. One of the guys my neighbour, he was a Greek fella. So here we go. I'm actually remembering some of these stories. He was a bit of a Greek fella. Had a bit of a dark life. Loved his heroin and all that sort of stuff. So I used to get on the gear with him. We got on the gear one time, and we just had this conversation, and he mentioned about how he really wanted to get a tattoo of this thing to remember his mum, his dad, and his brother who'd passed away through his life. And me being me, this is how gifting I am. Even when I was on the drugs, we went to a tattoo parlour one day. I paid for him to get that tattoo by one of the professional people. These bricks that I've got up my arm around here and podge, I got that done by an apprentice. So I got it done. I got mine done by an apprentice, and I paid for him to get his done professionally. But so if you look at this, that's podge. So to me, this top bit looks like a devil. This bottom bit looks like a bit of an angel. He got halfway through, and it actually was pissing out that much blood. He couldn't do the tattoo anymore. So that I've left it like that because that actually amazes me that this here looks like a little devil, and that's an angel, and that's podge, and he's breaking through the wall, and he was dark and light. I've always had that attitude with the yin and the yang, and I'm a good person, bad person. I think it was to justify the person I was and the person that I could be. I was just very conflicted on what I wanted to do, and I've always been that way. So that's a lovely little drug story that I've got there for you. Christine's even sitting on here learning new things about me people. because I don't talk about everything that I have with Christine, and funnily enough, I've actually told you guys a lot more of these stories than I have Christine, because it's not always the biggest thing to be able to talk with your partner, I suppose. You don't want to bring up all these sorts of stories. Like, some of them are pretty horrific. what I used to do. But like that, even though that's a shit, like it's all about drugs and tattoos and that sort of thing. But at the same time, it was me showing that I've always had that caring part about me, and I still used to be caring, and I'd go gift people things. So that was pretty special to me to be able to do that for. So sadly, I can't remember his name. I remember he was a Greek fella, and that I was his neighbour for about 2 months, and then once it all happened and finished, I had to move out of there. I then moved into St Kilda it's pretty much on the corner of Canterbury and St Kilda Road, I think it was. I know you never knew any of this, baby. And at that place was I got that place pretty full on. That was just around the road from the old Gatwick. So the place that they turned into one of the bloody block things, the Gatwick, that was a hectic place. That was full on. And like we used to run around there like we bloody owned Melbourne sometimes. Pretty full on. Like, I used to go to work. I'd go to work in one place at the cafe. So I'd start at the cafe of a morning. I'd work all the way till 3-4 o'clock. I'd literally go home, have a couple of bongs, maybe a bit of gear, and then I'd go back to my other job, and I would work from 5 o'clock to about 11, maybe 12, depending on how busy it was. And I would then stay at that place because it turned into an after-hours nightclub, and I would stay there and hang around. And I love to party, so me and my mates used to I used to end up, God knows where. I'd actually have to catch a cab from wherever I woke up of a morning, and I'd just literally have to jump in a cab and say, take me to St Kilda, and I'd literally rock up to work and like I'd be in similar sort of clothes to what I worked in. So I was full on. One morning I rocked up to the cafe. So now he's got me talking. I rocked up to the cafe and walked in, and I was like 15 minutes late, and the place was filled with bloody MMA fighters. And the cheer I got when I walked through that door was phenomenal. Like, yeah, he's here. And I had to smash out nearly 30 brekkies in about 25 to 30 minutes. That was pretty full on, but it was a little open kitchen. So as we know, I find it hard to talk in front of people. So you can only imagine in an open kitchen, and I had 30 blokes sitting there. And me being me, I'm like a little... you'd say I call myself a stovetop DJ because I can move in a kitchen like a DJ would on the turntables, and whilst doing that, I can sit there and chinwag and have a chat with them, and that used to actually get me out of trouble, because rather than feeling flustered and horrible, I'd talk with the people and they could see how under the pump I was, and that actually gave them the opportunity to see, shit, maybe I should give this guy no hassle. I used to get we used to get pretty big tips, because of like this, just how my communication skills with them whilst I was doing things, and that's just how I've always been. So, all right, well, that was lovely. So many more stories in my head. That one came from nowhere. But that's the best way to get me as well, I think. These sorts of lives are the unique ones, because you will get stories that no one else probably will. And even Christine was lucky enough to be there. So Yes, I am friends with people. I have a respect with people that with certain things. I do have contact and remain friends with quite a few people. Sadly, if I'm not the friend that they need or whatever, it's because I don't do the sorts of things that they do anymore, and I can't be the friend that I used to be. I'm a totally different person now, so sadly, I'm not the friend, but I am there for them. Like there's quite a few people that I help and I have helped. But it's in a way that it's a friendship, but it can feel like transactions sometimes with some people. But that's how we get through, knowing that we still care for each other, and I would do just about anything for them. And it does make it hard because, I'd love for nothing but to be that person and hang out with them and all, but I've got so much things happening in my life that it's sort of it's definitely a priority for me to keep being who I am and what I do. And gratefully, I believe that the people that I do still associate with respect who I am and what I do for them and what I am willing to do for them. There's some out there I know think I'm better than who I used to be. It's not that I'm better than. It's I'm better than the person I used to be, and I'll always remember and be grateful for the people who still have a respect for me. But I'm sadly not the person that's going to sit and do the old things that we used to do, or if I have the opportunities and those people are around, I'd gladly catch up and have dinner with them or something. But it's finding the time, like with the kids and that as well. So yeah, that's the big one on that one, Jenna. It's a hard space, to be honest. Because as you see, like I want to do the right thing and help people in the world. Same as this, like it's hard because I do know a lot of the people that are on my page, so it makes it a bit hard to have people feel that I might be biased. But I can guarantee I'm definitely not going to be biased. If anything, it's if I know people and they would like the gift vouchers, I believe they have to work harder than most. If you ask me, I'm harder on the people I probably know than the other people that I don't. Because that's just how we are, I suppose. We expect more out of the people that we care about, and but anyone that I do associate with, they do know that I do care for them, but I just can't be the person that they might need in their life. I'm always here if they ever want to talk or anything, though. I've never rejected anyone's calls or anything. So if anyone feels that I don't want to speak with them, then that's on their behalf. I've not told anyone I don't want to talk to them. But if somebody was in active addiction, I have tried to associate, or not even associate, I've tried to be there. But when it's sad for me to watch it as well, so I can't be that person to watch somebody who doesn't want a bit of help. That's the hard part for me, knowing that there's nothing I can do to help my friend that I'd like to see do the good stuff. Sadly, Jenna. So yeah, that's what that one is there, definitely. We can only do so much. As me and Marcus earlier, we've been talking about all that sort of stuff and leading a horse to water and then trying to make the bastard drink. It's just not possible. If it's going to drink, it's going to drink. Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, it is hard. Like at the end of the day, and I am a respectful person. And even when I say things, so like sometimes, after I'd even just said stuff then, after I said it, I was like, oh, gee, I hope that my mates don't take that the wrong way if they listen to that or hear it, because I don't mean anything of it. Like that's just who I am and how I feel about some things. But that's, it's how it is. And no matter, the people who are very close to me should know very much that I do love them. And yeah, that's what we do. So. All right, mate. Well, it's been lovely, and I'm glad I could share a bit of that story with you. And thank you for the questions, Jenna. That's been great. Now, Christine will probably start trying to ask me questions, I reckon. She'll be like, well, you answer all these people's questions. But if you're inquisitive and you're out there still, Bub, and if you've got questions for me, I'll answer them. If I'm going to sit on here and talk while you're there, it's not like I'm trying to hide stuff from you. It's just some of the stuff I didn't feel that was necessary to talk about. But if this is the part of life that I'm trying to foretell, then at the end of the day, I don't really want to have stories hidden if it can come back on me anyway. Whereas before I wasn't looking to do this. So you're welcome, Jenna. And that's the thing with me, I'm as honest as they come with this stuff. I'm my own worst judge after God, and at the end of the day, I hate that I'm that honest, because but I hope that the people who do know me in my who I've been associated with, if they do watch these things, that they understand that was me before and not me now, and that's just how it was. It's not that anymore. And I love that I can rub shoulders with some of the elite people these days when we do our events. So it's a great feeling to be that person. As I was saying to Marcus earlier, that being able to rub shoulders with some of the great people who assume that people like me couldn't make it there with them, then guess what? They're all wrong. I love wearing a tuxedo as good as them. I've even practiced all different ways to fold my little square that I always match with Christine's gowns that we buy. So she's lucky. I get to wear the one suit and buy a bloody different little square and a tie. That's all I get. She gets the full kit and caboodle each time. Normally new shoes, new bloody accessories and everything. Mongrel. But no, and that's what it's more about. Like I love doing what I do, and Christine's never had the opportunity to feel special, and I'm glad that I've been able to make her feel as special as I do, and allowed her to be a princess, basically. Because it does, sadly she didn't get that opportunity before with her past partners. So. I can be an arsehole and a dick, like I said, but at the end of the day, I don't believe any of the bads I've had with Christine have been anything of what her past would have brought in. So, yeah. Yeah, she does, doesn't she? She does. She scrubs up pretty good. She never used to be allowed to do makeup and stuff. And when we went to our first ball, we went to Maya, and she had one of the people do her makeup for her. It was one of those things where they use stuff and they try to get you to buy one or two items. Well, so Christine doesn't have any friggin' makeup. And so the lady that served us was that amazed that it was actually one of their biggest makeup sales in like a very, very long time. It was like nearly $2,500 or something, just absolutely ridiculous. And that was because it was every piece of like brushes, bloody concealers, friggin' eyelashes, glues, friggin' you name it. She bloody got it, eh? And they loved it too, the people. Cheers, mate. Yeah, luckily mine doesn't explode. I reckon if I ran, I might, but that's what I've got on Farlap. I'm a lazy bastard, mate. No, I'm not lazy. I just don't move much. I'm quite active, to be honest. As you see, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I did a rough number before. All day on this bloody thing, I've been on here live and doing videos, I reckon, for a good 5 or 6 hours. So anyone who says I'm not friggin' dedicated to this cause, they can go fucking say hello to someone else's page, because that's what I am. I'm pretty dedicated when I get into something. You know, like, yeah, I've got all these little things happening around me, and I'm trying to do all this with this, and so far I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I've got my little booklets that I'm creating. I've got me success book to hold me accountable for myself and self-growth, self-development, I mean. And this charity side of us, I think this is a way for us to gift to people, knowing what it's doing and where it's going, whereas normally we're in a space where we're sort of doing it because we can, and we can do it through the company and all that, and we get the benefit of using company money. But now it's great to be able to sit here and have this cause that I'm trying to get going, and to show people that like, we've been doing this for ages, actually trying to help people. But now I've got a cause where I've got the opportunity to potentially help people in this space see hope. I'm hoping that by the time I get something up and running, the people that have been here from word go, like, you know, people like Marcus, who, you know, like, you know, life's not always the best, and I'd love to be able to, you know, if anyone's got a bit of a story or whatever, you know, utilise that through the service that I'm going to try and provide to people, to give other people the hope that I've been able to pass on to you. And that's the big thing that I want to try and do for people, and that's get other people gifting the hope. That's the biggest gift that we can give each other. Like I said, like for me to go out this afternoon, it was raining when I left home. I was dedicated to go down the road at least and see Wayne and have me latte and try to get some charity, and it worked. Like, Wayne came to the table and offered. I asked for what I thought was okay, and Wayne said, "Oh, how about you do this?" And I was like, "Yep, that sounds lovely." So. And that's all it takes. It just takes, hey mate, any chance you, and look what's happened. Now I've got $500 that we're giving. We've got that. I know. I've got no doubt in the world that I'll be able to get a couple of other things, and I've already got. So there's a couple of things that I can do, and I do have certain people in mind for certain things already because I've gone through everything. I've been reading everything that comes in. I'm all over whatever it is. There's no automated friggin' AI or fucking whatever reading all your stories and that. I want to keep this as personalised as possible, and anything that I can do, Awesome. No worries, Jenna. Thank you. I will keep that in mind. So at the end of the day, like having that sort of stuff offered, like we can keep something like that for a little bit later, Jenna. You know, because that can be a thing. Like, you know, somebody's bloody, I can find, like, you know, because when I meet people, if they've got things going on and life's been pretty hard, and, you know, one little house clean or whatever for a couple of hours, if we can get something like that, that'd be awesome. And no doubt there'd be people out there that would love something like that. So, and there's nothing from people bringing it up and having, and then that way that can be advertisement for yourself, Jenna, as well, to get your little business out there and functional and that sort of stuff. And I'll definitely speak about, you know, that you've offered to do a clean for somebody as a charity, and no doubt down the track, I'll keep it open mind, and for people out there that are struggling, I'll gladly push it on and pass that on. So it does. So whenever I have I can tell when I'm feeling down pretty badly because I won't have a shower for a day or two. When you're feeling shit, you feel shit, and luckily I haven't actually felt that shit where I'd normally sit downstairs and be on the couch watching TV. Doing this has kept me busy, and I haven't felt this busy for a long time. So this is like my new. It's like a job, but it's my hobby because, as I said, it's not a job because I'm not being paid for it. It's definitely a hobby that I'm going to try and lead into being something great. I've just paid $300 for a business name, and I've got to wait for it to be approved tomorrow, and all that sort of stuff. So I don't hold back on trying. So hopefully by tomorrow afternoon it'll be an actual official business, and yeah, so it's definitely happening. I don't go half-hearted. I say I'll wait, I'll be patient. No, I'm not very good at patient because I figure at least if I've got it there, my name, the Leigh, let's get grounded and all that is safe for at least 1 to 3 years if I pay for it. Nobody can take that then, or even the let's get grounded. So at least I've got that name. I can utilise that, and that's mine, and nobody else can take it from me. So I've got that. I've got my foundation. I've got the foundation ready to start building the structure. And that's the big thing that people need to do as well is find their foundation, what they want to do, and lock it in, and then start building on it. And that's what you can do. Like Marcus saying, that he might get out and get off his bum and get his license. If that's if that's in your vision and a possibility and an attainable goal, do it. Just get it done, mate. Give it your best shot. Get out, give it a go. And then there's that opportunity of down the track of finding a job that you can use your license for. Get a car. You can do more things with the family. Like there's so much more things you can do, mate. And in this world, great things happen to people sometimes. So, hello, my beautiful daughter, Angel, and hopefully baby Nicholas is there. Hello, little man. And that's, we definitely got to try and look at the things that we can do. Almost feel like pressing the bring you on, Angel, so that I can see little Nicholas. But no, I just want to get people realising what I'm here for, definitely, and making sure that I get a message out there to help people know that everyone has problems, even people like myself. It's not a perfect world, no matter how good it looks. And I do post a lot of things that are great, and at the end of that, this is what I want to try and show people, that these are the memories that we gain from being the good people that you can become. There's nothing stopping you from having the visuals of this. Wow, that was a late church session, Angel. But that's good. I hope you had a good day, and you were enjoying it, and had. I hope the boys were good for you. It was good for me. Remember, I took him outside. Just got to get people situated. I see so many people that have so much potential, and people just don't see it in themselves. So I'm hoping that my antics on here can make people go far out. If he can go like that hard and get to where he is, maybe I can give something a go and just get out there and try. Like I said, even Marcus, just get your license, mate. Anything Angel was up there trying to do work and all that, and she actually, she doesn't need to work or anything, but she still tried to. It's not about what you need sometimes. It's actually trying to do things helps with the mental side of things. And all these things that are going on that I've seen lately, like the guy who's walking for kilometres and that for the mental health, and you got old mate and what's his Norman, the foreman, whatever. Yeah, Norman the foreman, the puppy dog. They're all doing these wonderful things to try and help people with mental health and all that sort of stuff. I care about mental health and all that, but I also want to try and push out of that and help people become a better version of themselves. Maybe me doing this might get people out of their mental health area and see that. Like I had to go to a psych ward to get help, and people can see that and go, well, far out, if he was in a psych ward, then there's hope. And there is hope for everybody. So, love seeing all you people out here. P-Power on the push bike. That's what I'd be good for him, wouldn't I? No, it was. I loved being present there with him, Angel. That doesn't take much to spend time with him. And that's as a peeper, that's all I can do really. There's not much else I'm going to do. I'm just going to be peeper and probably do things that you don't want me to, like give him a few extra lollies, buy him presents when I want to, whether you tell me I can or I can't. And I'm able to buy the nice things for him because that's what peepers do. And me, Mars, we're the I'll feed them up on lollies and sugar and then send them back home, and then we go relax somewhere and have a cup of tea and go to sleep. What was that one, Jenna? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I was very close to that one myself. Did I miss something? I talk too much, Jenna. Sorry. Oh. I was just like, oh, God, I've missed something. What did I miss? Yeah, no, I was worse than close. I got there. These bloody mongrels will send me back, maybe, to the psych ward with all the crazy people. What's wrong?
Oreo.
No. I'm not getting Oreos. Okay, sorry, mate. I told you, I forgot it. I'm damn sorry. But you get to go out. You go into the movies and everything on Wednesday, mate. Movies, breakfast, and lunch. Don't get attitude with me, mate. Get attitude, guess what? You won't get anything. Simple. Sorry, people. Just a moment. Yes, no, I got put on the anti-psychotics, the risperidone, and there was another one that I was put on as well. You've done all right, Ben. 5 times. That's no good, mate. I'm sad to hear that that's where you've had to end up, buddy. Hope it's all worked out well now for you. If you are medicated, I hope it's the thing that you need. Because it's never a good place to be in, mate, really. If you're there, there's something wrong up here. And that's the hardest place it's the worst jail to be in, to be honest. At least if you're in jail, you know where you are and that you're not able to go anywhere. But at least when you're in your mind, mate, there's no other place to go. And when you are like that, it's a sad and hard place to get yourself out of. So yeah, sorry to hear that you were in there 5 times, mate. Like I say, I'm very lucky. I've only had to do rehab once, because I realised twice, but the second time wasn't even to help me. It was to show somebody else that I cared about, that I was doing better than I was before. So, and it actually all worked. And yeah, to know that I've scathed through and I'm still the person I am, got the head I've got, the brain I've got, like I'm very lucky, very, very lucky to have the mindset, the capacity of what I learn. And just like in the past 12 years, I've done so much, so many different things that I never thought I'd ever do. And I can thank other people that have helped me through things like, when I became a chef, again, I actually took it seriously. I lost a bit of passion. Then I went and became a second chef at the York Hotel. Oh shit, that's no good, mate. Yeah, just hit us up. Give me a call or something, Ben. I'll PM you my number, buddy. Give me a buzz. We'll have a chat, have a coffee, mate. Yeah, that's no good at all, buddy. Wish there was something I could say or do, mate. I don't know what your problem is, and I don't expect you to sit on here and talk about it, mate. But yeah, definitely give me a PM, mate, and we'll have a chat, because nothing like a hard place to be in. So yeah, reach out to me, buddy. I'm definitely available to have a chat. I've reached out today because I've seen somebody who needed a bit of assistance and a chat. So yeah, that's just all you can do is try to be present and show people that this is available, and life's great. Life can be great, and sometimes we do need those places to get that feeling back that we need to feel better about. So just give us a buzz, mate. Send me your number on a PM, and I'll have a chat with you later on if you like. I'm easy going, mate. I'd say I'd catch up with you tomorrow, but I'm going to be a bit busy tomorrow. I've got to do pays and invoicing and all that sort of stuff. But I can give you a call, definitely, mate. If I go on live and I see you, I'll almost bloody cut it short if you like, if you want to have a chat, because that's what I'm here for. I'm on here just talking, mate. At the end of the day, I'm not actually here for any purpose other than to just chat, and I guess that's a good thing for people as well. So it gives you the opportunity to come in and if you just want to listen or whatever. But also know that if you really need to chat, just bloody send me a message, let me know, and just say on there that I've sent you a PM and I'd like to have a chat. And I'm quite easy to say goodbye to everyone else, because somebody might need me more than me being on here anyway. Yeah, so... All right, well, I'm going to get going, people. I will love yous, leave yous, and let you know that it's no matter what's happening, it can be horrible. As me and Angel know at the moment, mum's not the best. So, but we've got to push through. We've got to pray and hope for the best, and know that we're here no matter what. And same goes, like, we're here if any of you guys need us too. I do actually care and want to see good for people. I'm glad that I own my own business, and I can actually take this opportunity to have this as a hobby to help other people. And I'm not saying that it's like a little project and I'm here to, just stuff ass around. I am actually here to try and help people in this space, because it's not a good place to be sometimes. So on that note, get grounded, people. Let's stay grounded and let's get grounded together. And make sure you send me a message, please, Ben. All right. Bye, y'all.